Welcome into KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week as we've come up to Farmington High School for the Region 1 Championship, the Davis Darts and the Farmington Phoenix. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. What a game we have for you here this evening on KSLSports.com. We'll start by introducing the visiting Davis Darts, and when the RPI went down, they were ranked number 6. They come in 12-5 overall, 8-1 in region play, needing a win here against Farmington in order to capture a co-region title against these very Farmington Phoenix. But this year, Davis has been led by the senior Esther Facer, the attack/midi. 55 goals on the year for the Davis Darts, 37 for Sophie Karras. That duo has been fantastic for Coach Williams. But it's the freshman goalie who may have the biggest task on her hands tonight. Loli Manalga has really grown as the season's gone on, had a great game against Park City. And hoping that that was a while ago, but hoping that she can continue to learn and grow and try to stifle what's been a fantastic offense for the Farmington Phoenix. The Phoenix come in, again, prior to the RPI being taken down, they were ranked 3rd in 6A. And for Coach Chris McCauley, this is a group that is experienced, and it is very, very talented. 13-3 overall, 9-0 in Region 1. And when you look at the leading scorers for this group, it's kind of pick your poison, take your pick. Alex McCauley, the senior, 61 goals, 33 assists. My goodness, what a year for McCauley. Meanwhile, 48 goals, 39 assists for Kate Carty, 40 goals and 32 assists for Haley Larson, and you can mix in 35 goals for Kathleen Moffitt. Needless to say, there's plenty of talent for the Farmington Phoenix, who are undefeated in region play, hoping to finish off their region slate undefeated. A win here tonight would do just that and be a lone Region 1 champion. The Farmington Phoenix in the road white, the Farmington Phoenix in the home white, the Davis Darts in the road brown as the opening draw possessed by the Phoenix. And we are underway. This is Haley Larson. We talked about her at the get-go, and she's been great on the draw this year. We'll get into numbers as the game progresses, as Farmington on this opening possession. This pass trickling towards the middle. And Davis had it momentarily, still trying to possess on that far line. As I want to let you know, the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late, that sort of thing. We do our best to keep it true up with the official clock here in the stadium. As Larson coming ahead here with it for the Phoenix. She'll play to the middle with Kate Carter, and we've got a stoppage here. As we've got a Davis player that is hurt. Trying to get a number there. That might be Jaden Tatton, the senior. 18 goals on the year, and the trainer's going to come out, have a look. We'll step aside as not even a minute in. Injury time out here for the Darts. We'll be right back. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
How's your card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Well, welcome back. As it was Jaden Tatton who had to be helped off. Certainly hope that she's okay as they continue to look at her. Boy, she's in a lot of pain on that sideline. Hate to see it. Seniors had a great year for the Darts. As we're back underway, Farmington here with the possession. And looking to feed that in front. And they could not get a shot away as this one gathered by the Darts, who are now coming ahead. Across or through the middle is Kohler. I'll give this back here with Keely Miller. And Davis turns it over. Opportunity here for the Phoenix. The shot and the goal scored by Dresden Perez. The senior scoring on senior night to make it 1-0 Farmington. Boy, Perez being ready there as that ball fell to the turf and recognized an opportunity, got out on the run. Fantastic job, able to slip one past Minalga for the first goal of the game. So we'll head here to the spot for the draw. Larson there. We talked about her skill on the draw. 753 winning percentage on the season. Been pretty impressive. As Davis able to win the draw, we'll set up here offensively. Here's Plummer. Sydney looking for somewhere to go. Defensed well by Farmington. Trying to feed that inside. Able to be maintained here by the Darts. Farmington decollapsed down. Loose ball right in front of the crease. Chapman trying to scoop it up for Davis. But flying back there is Tori Davis to come away with it for the Phoenix. This clear, aggressive. Trying to work up through the middle. A little bit of room now for McCauley. Allie, push there. We'll give her the 12-meter opportunity here. She'll play this out with Larson. Ailing out of Carter. Tate had a little lane there. Knocked away, but able to recover. Oh, what a find. Was trying to get that inside to McCauley. Just couldn't quite possess it. And the call here will give it back to the Darts. I like the idea there for Farmington. Couldn't quite capitalize on it. Here comes Esther Facer across the middle for the Darts. Facer with some space here. Looking to turn there towards the middle. That's shut down by Kate Carter. Facer getting it back. Well, you see how quick this Farmington defense is. Just taking away shooting lanes, working in front, saved away by Erickson. Boy, and they just announced that was the 100th save of the year for Elle Erickson. Phenomenal. As Davis here will have the 8-meter opportunity there. Is in the sphere called. Be just offset here. 7.5 to play. The shot and the save. Make it 101 for Elle. A .502 save percentage for the senior goalie for Farmington. Shooting 1,000 here in the opening minutes of this first quarter. As Davis able to regenerate the possession, but lost it there momentarily. Able to get back with it. As Lucy Bybee with it here near side. Facer trying to work around that screen, and a call there on Davis. Illegal screen, giving it over to the Phoenix. Little bit of room here for Davis. Trying to feed, tough pass. Kohler able to disrupt for the Darts, but kept here by Tori. Fed in front. That was broken up, but kept with it. Allie. McCauley working up now with Larson. Carter feeding in front. Oh, just couldn't quite cleanly catch it. Maggie Merrill had a lot of room in front of that goal. Could not cleanly possess it, and now Farmington able to generate another turnover here. Is blocking foul will push Larson here out to the 12-meter. Hard contact there as both players went to the floor. Oh, they're actually going to have this an 8-meter opportunity for Haley. My apologies. Larson stepping in, shot, and a goal. 2-0 Farmington. Haley Larson with her first of the game, 41st of the year. So a pair of seniors here in the books on senior night. Both those goals really starting with possession changes near midfield. This Farmington defense done a nice job of disrupting Davis on some of these early clears, helping to give the Phoenix some opportunities they've converted into points here early. Of course, we mentioned the implications of this game, not only for a region championship, but also for the 6A state tournament, which bracket will be revealed Saturday morning. Come join us on KSLSports.com at 10 a.m. as we'll have the live bracket reveal for 6A, 5A, and 4A for both boys and girls. Again, you can watch that live on KSLSports.com at 10 a.m. As this draw won by the Phoenix, they'll have the start here. They'll pull this back a little bit more. A little premature there. Worked over with Judd. Now back behind the goal to Moffitt. Moffitt coming around. Still on it here. Trying to feed in front to the cutter. That one saved away. Minalga able to take away that shot at the feet. Now Davis will work to clear. Talk about Davis, their only region loss coming at the hands of Farmington. That was a 16-5 game for the Phoenix. A big game for McCauley and Moffitt. Carter had a lot of success offensively as well. As here's Karras weaving through, and this will be a 12-meter start for the Darts on the whistle. We'll redo this as we approach the 4-minute mark in our opening quarter. 2-0 Farmington. Has worked back with Chapman. Gentry here. She'll give with Coleman. Now Plummer working away from that screen. Boy, Farmington just clogs up that interior very quickly. Is the whistle here? Davis here will start from 12 meters out. Plummer, 16 goals for her, feeds in front, facer, the shot that hit off the post. Erickson might have got a piece of that and then ringed off the crossbar. As we're inside of 3 in the sphere there, Larson continuing on. Head up to Judd. Now back with Russin. Oh, nice job kind of evading that initial player, and then hard check there, the card being shown. This contact to the head will be a 2-minute advantage for the Farmington Phoenix, as Davis will go player down here. Shot and a save, Manalga. Back-to-back saves here for the freshman. Good sign for the Darts as continue to try to help her get settled. Boy, Farmington putting this pressure on. And yeah, the failure. It'll head back to Farmington. We talked about their ability in the midfield to generate turnovers this time. Do a great job really locking everything up. Phoenix right back on it. Fed back over. Carter. Contact again. Boy, it's been a physical here early. This block will set Carter up from 8 meters out. As we approach the final 90 seconds of this opening quarter. Carter coming in. The shot and the goal. 3-0 Farmington, as it's 3 seniors scoring for the Phoenix. Here to make it 3-0. Forty-ninth goal of the year for Kate Carter. A first quarter that Farmington has been very good at it, really on both sides. Erickson with maybe 3 saves here early on, but really Davis has played more defense than offense here early on. It's a Farmington team that scored 256 goals in their 16 games. So it's a group accustomed to a lot of offense. As this one out of the air, knocked down, still trying to possess. Carter has it for Farmington.
Looks like we're getting another shot. Yeah, that's going to be a 2-minute penalty on Davis.
Davis here going to go player down again. Another call here with contact to the head. So Farmington now with a 2-player advantage. Gotten just under 1 minute remaining on that first one. The second one will carry into our second quarter. Fed in front. Little underhanded scoop shot. It's 4-0 Farmington as Russin with her first of the night. All seniors in the scoring column for Farmington. So hard when you're 2 players down to defend. And Farmington recognizing they had the opportunity, alone right in front, able to get it to Clara quickly. And a nice finish there. Erickson and Plummer here from the spot. Out of the air, this tapped wide. Carter able to possess for the Phoenix. Playing ahead. Here's Larson. Larson feeding in front. Played over. Now skipped across for Dorius. Her lane taken away. A bounce shot and a goal. Haley Larson with her second of the game makes it 5-0 Farmington here late in the first. Well, the last couple of these being player up certainly have helped Davis expand this. Just talking with Coach Williams before the game, and he acknowledged, look, this is a tough offense to try to match up with. I was hoping they would have some answers here tonight. But boy, Farmington's been extremely impressive here early. Ground ball. Carter coming up with it again. Feeding up with Dorius. Little turnaround. That's saved. Yeah, kept out there by Manalga. As the first penalty here is complete.
Better push on Farmington. Davis.
As right back on the field for Davis. Trying to work in front, right. Taking a little contact there. Trying to maintain it. Is Chapman here behind the goal. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. And intercepted by Erickson. Great aggressive play there by the goalie who will hold it. And that'll do it 5-0. First quarter, Farmington looking impressive here in the Region 1 Championship on senior night at Farmington High School.
Let's go. Second.
Start of our second quarter, 5-0. Farmington with the lead, and Davis with a lot of work to do, especially if they want to walk out of here with a win. The Darts will start player down here in this second quarter. Starts on the defensive end, and certainly draws can help as Larson continue to be very effective from the spot, as she has been all year. She catches this one out of the air. Is Haley here with patience, defended by Miller, works in front, and Carter. Contact there again. Kate Carter here will work her way to the 8-meter line for the opportunity. Be straight away here for Kate. Coming in, Carter, shot. And that's number 50 on the year for Kate Carter. Makes it 6-0 Farmington. It's so challenging when you have to step up, defend those 8-meter opportunities, especially when you're a freshman. Manalga's had to do that a couple times here tonight. And with how aggressive this Farmington offense is, you can understand Davis trying to be aggressive defensively, but right now just giving too many opportunities for Farmington that they've been able to capitalize on here in this first half. Nice draw. Ball coming near side, tracked down by Lucy Bybee. Bybee here for the Darts. It'll feed to GLE, now back at X. Reed will come near side. Got a call here.
3 seconds. Never mind. Turnover.
That will be Farmington possession. Not certain what the call was there. But Farmington, who has been impressive defensively through the middle and in their own defensive end, coming away with another possession here. And that pass just knocked down. Well, that's a good thing for the Darts. As, boy, Farmington had Lydia Judd wide open. The push here will bring it back. It's maintained by the Phoenix after the call. Trying to feed that one through to Larson. A lot of sticks in the air, made that a tough lane. Is this one trickling back? Molly Bell trying to get there for the Phoenix. Now Miller trying to track it down, but it's Allie McCauley for Farmington that's finally able to possess. McCauley feeding Larson right down the middle. The hat trick for Haley Larson and makes it 7-0 for the senior. We talk about that first matchup. 13 of the 16 Farmington goals came from McCauley, Moffitt, and Carter. Recognize the name missing there? Yeah, Larson, who had a good game, but man, tonight 3 goals already. We're just 14 minutes in. She's certainly tried to set a tone for the Phoenix, been quite successful in doing so. It's been on the draw and in the goal as well. That's another draw won here by Farmington. McCauley sending back up. Talk about the last game of the year for these two teams in the regular season, both very well positioned in the 6A state tournament, which should be fun. You look at 6A slate this year with these two, obviously. You throw in Riverton Skyridge. That was a 1-goal game. They played last night. Skyridge winning that in the final minute. And you've got the likes of Mountain Ridge. Lone Peak has been good this year. Should be a very deep 6A tournament. Those teams have played each other and will have opportunities to play each other again as it plays out. Of course, state tournament starting next week. That's worked in front. And Moffitt here able to pull that back out. 8.5 to go here, first half. Kathleen hands over to Larson. Feed across. Shot. Top corner. It's McCauley with the goal, her first of the game. And McCauley has just netted her 100th point this year. 100 saves for Elle Erickson and 100 points now for Allie McCauley. Coach McCauley has to love the way his group has come out tonight. Sometimes these big moments, championships, senior night, can be a lot of emotion. Farmington's been very focused on both ends. They've been locked in from the start, and you see another draw the way of the Phoenix. Trying to feed in front. That was knocked down. Larson was able to maintain it. Now ground ball. Davis coming away with it. Tori Davis, I should say, for the Phoenix. That pass just a little off. Was that kept in? No, it was not. This will be Davis possession. Manalga here in the crease. Will come to Plummer. Plummer trying to work ahead to Karras. That one drifting ahead for Claire Coleman. Coleman will send up here. Miller trying to work in with Karras. This one worked in front, and there's the first goal for the Darts. A much-needed goal for Davis as Esther Facer right in front of the cage, able to score it for the Darts. Needed something to get some confidence, some energy on that bench, and see if that can do it. As the leading goal scorer for the Darts stepping up late in this half, midway through this second quarter. See if that can ignite this Davis team. This draw possessed once again by Larson. Carter coming from behind. That shot was disrupted. Stick work there by this Davis D. Russin behind the goal. Fed over, working around. Moffitt, there's some room. Shot is just wide. And this will be an 8-meter opportunity.
Ball, 8-meter shot, Cassie Moffitt.
Moffitt here just offset. We'll do this again in the sphere.
Justin's going to take it again at the top of the 8-meter.
This one will be straight away. Moffitt here showing patience as they work around. Now sent up. Oh, that one trickling through. Support coming over by Bell. It's Larson able to race back to possess. 5 to go here in this second quarter. Carter trying to feed in front. Boy, a small window there. Was looking for McCauley. And Farmington will give this over to the Darts. Eight one. Davis with possession. See if they can put a little run together. Is right. A long run for her.
Side check from Davis ball.
Here's Coleman. Claire working with Karras. Sophie. We'll give here to GLE. Miller. That intercepted by Erickson again. Well, she continues to play very aggressive out of that crease, and it's worked well for her. A couple of possessions she's been able to generate as she'll step out. Room here for Erickson. Where to go, where to go. That intercepted Coleman. One-on-one as Erickson racing back. Nice stick check as that shot just wide. And the sphere call here will create an 8-meter opportunity. Love the retreat and the help there by that Farmington D. Because very easily could have been one-on-one with Erickson and Davis, or that Farmington defense. Ready, willing to jump back there to give help. Here's Coleman. The sophomore will be 8 meters out straight away. She'll take the shot, a bouncer that is able to score for Davis. Back-to-back goals here for the Darts as the sophomore Claire Coleman scores her 15th of the year from 8 meters out, makes it 8-2. Talk about just getting a little bit of confidence, and a couple goals like that can do it. Jarris and Larson here at the spot. 2:45 left in our half. Another self-draw here for Haley Larson. Boy, she's got to have at least 4 of those in this first half alone, probably even more than that. Here's Carter. She gives this with McCauley. That pass disrupted. Davis has a couple of those now. Some room for Karras. Numbers here for the Darts, potentially. Karras, she's on her horse, working in front of the crease, and that just hit off the post. Out of play will maintain Davis possession. Here's that spark we kind of talked about. See if they can build on it here late. Facer. A little room here for Miller. That taken away immediately by Farmington. Facer. Tough shot. Boy, that went in. I thought that was going to be wide when it left her cross there, but able to get past Erickson, and it's 3 straight Davis goals. .140 to go. And we've got a timeout. We'll step aside. Timeout here. Closing minutes of this first half. Davis trying to create a little momentum before the break. As shadows creep across the field. 1:41 to go here in the half. Larson and Karras here on the draw.
Draw control, Farmington.
And a familiar result.
The push on Davis, Farmington ball.
Larson, as we're inside the final 90 seconds of our first half. Back to Haley. Farmington appearing very patient here. Trying to kind of get this game back into their rhythm. That one given up. Davis with another stop on the defensive end. Final minute here of this first half. Karras in trouble. And she was out. It's back to Farmington. So that double team does its job for the Phoenix D, but that pass couldn't be handled. Plummer on it here for the Darts. She's being hounded. As we're down to the final 30 seconds of the second quarter. Plummer had it knocked away. Clock still going here. And they'll stop it here. I think a yellow they're being called. So this will be Davis will have the extra player here. Just 14 seconds to go here in the half. So a lot of time with an advantage for the Darts to start the second half. And Davis here, I think, will be content to just try to possess this out. Gathered there, Plummer. Plummer still with it here. And that will do it. First half in the books. 8-3, Farmington leading Davis in the Region 1 championship game. You're watching it live on KSLSports.com. Start of our second half, 8-3, the advantage for the Farmington Phoenix. It was an 8-0 start for the home team before Davis scored the last 3 goals. It's a 5-goal difference, same difference we had at the end of the opening quarter. Your leading goal scorers unofficially for Farmington, 3 for Haley Larson, a pair for Kate Carter. Russin, McCauley, and Perez, each with goals for Farmington. Meanwhile, for Davis, a pair for Esther Facer and Claire Coleman, the third goal for the Darts. As Davis starting with possession, that pass deflected. As Davis able to maintain it, shadows covering the majority of the field. A little bit on the defensive end for the Davis. A little bit of sunlight still on the defensive end for Davis in this third quarter. Here comes Miller. That was taken away, works over. Fed in front. Nice piece of defensive work there. Just jumped in that passing lane at the last moment. Did Abby Myrtelich. As this ground ball near side being boxed out there. And boy, Grandia couldn't quite come up with it, but last to touch was Davis. So that was a great job there by Grandia to be able to help win the possession for the Phoenix. Looking ahead there for Dorius. And now Farmington coming ahead. That pass knocked out of the air by Plummer. Maintained here with Dorius. Ellie will play this back with Judd. Fed in front, and McCauley. Boy, it might have been a check there to jar that loose. Allie back with it here. Here's Moffitt. Being defended by Bybee. Working now with Russin. Moffitt. Looking for a cutter. She'll play up with Larson. Larson being defended by Facer. Into the teeth of that D, plays over, and shooting space will be an 8-meter opportunity here for Ellie Dorius. Dorius with the shot and the save by Manalga. Maybe her best save of the game, but gave it up right back to Ellie. Dorius still on it here, and a whistle here will give it back to Davis. Nine minutes to go here in our third. Miller near side. She's got some room. Keeley able to split the D in front. Keeley, the shot that got deflected, and this will be Miller being brought out here to the 8-meter.
Looks like we're on an 8-meter attempt.
Keeley started back in her own defensive end. Now with a chance to cut, what was that? At 1.8 goal lead into half. Miller, right to the shot on the goal. Boy, did a great job of dealing with that pressure that was coming in from the wing. And Miller, with her first of the game, makes it 8-4. 8 minutes and change here in the third. And a draw that's possessed again by Farmington. But Davis has really done a nice job with their D. The sticks up. Able to create some turnovers. Check there. We'll give Larson an 8-meter opportunity here. Mention her hat trick here this evening. She'll ring and fire and score. Number 4 for Haley Larson. The response there for Farmington. Go right back to one of their senior leaders. And love her ability to never force it, but yet sense the opportunity there where her team needs her to help kind of get a play back as another draw here. Gathered by Larson. She'll play over to Dorius. Oh, and Ellie just lost it. That one kicked right in front. Still ground ball. Picked up. And that, boy, somehow it will be tracked by Minalga. Very fortunate. Moffitt was right in front there. Just couldn't quite get a good velocitous shot away. As Kohler Hill will start for the Darts. Approaching the midway point of this third quarter. And here's some room now for Bybee. Jacer.
We're getting high check. It's going to be Davis ball for 12.
Astra here to start for the Darts. To the middle, coming through, shot. That might have hit off the post. Tracked down by Coleman. Coleman still on it, works near side. Karras.
Looks like we got a 3-second call on Farmington. Davis is going to have possession, 12 meters.
So they'll start here from 12. Nice stick check. There's Bell. Still able to be handled here by the Darts. Fed right back. Karras looking left side shot there. That fought off by Erickson. This one out of play. Last touched by Davis. Erickson here with it for Farmington. She'll use her defense and Tori Davis. Davis looking ahead. That pass couldn't be cleanly possessed. Right, couldn't quite track it down. She was close. Kind of sweeping that ahead. Now she's back defensively, able to jar it loose. As this one just kept in that far line in the push. Here we'll leave it with the Phoenix.
That's a block. It's going to be Farmington ball.
Tori Davis. Try to get to that wing and tracked down there by Judd. Lydia working right back. Larson was all alone. Nice little swim move, and Larson scoring again to make it 10-4 Farmington. Boy, with the kind of night she's having, when you're able to find her all alone, that's bad news for the visitors. And she's been dialed in from the get-go. Beautiful job there by Larson finding the space. And then able to work in front and score. So after 4 unanswered from the darts, back-to-back goals here by the Phoenix. Push it back here to a 6-goal lead.
Possession by David.
This draw gathered by the darts. A little room here for Chapman. Work to Coleman. That taken away. Fed over. Here's Karras. She'll shoot. That was just wide and backed up. Facer. Works to Karras. That slide coming over. Shot hit off the post. Oh, Larson was trying to get that over to Carter. Boy, and that one, last touch, I thought by Davis, yeah. Last one where he maybe just let that roll out. I thought that was the right call. Here's McCauley. Trying to work to the middle. Carter in amongst the trees, and in the sphere here will allow Kate to start here from 8 meters. Carter with a pair of goals here tonight. Opportunity at her third right here. Carter coming in. The shot and the goal. The third now for Carter. Make it 3 unanswered by Farmington. Of course, want to remind you, state tournament, first and second round action and quarters all next week. And then after that, we will have every semifinal and state championship game for you in 4A, 5A, and 6A, girls and boys lacrosse right here on KSLSports.com. Of course, you can come out to Westminster for the semis or out to Zions Bank Stadium for the championships. Is a little delay here before this next draw. Officials having conversation here with each side. Not sure what the conversation here is about. Seem to be of particular interest for the darts. And talk about Haley Larson, how good she's been today on the face-off with 7:53 coming in. It's probably improved that as the game has gone on. As the conversation here continuing. While we have a moment, we'll take it just to remind you, Saturday morning, 10 a.m., our live bracket reveal show on 6A, 5A, 4A boys and girls lacrosse. Come join us on KSLSports.com as we reveal to you the state tournament brackets, respective seed lines, pairings, matchups, and what will be great tournaments really throughout all the classifications. As look to have, I think, a captain's moment there as both have kind of ran to their respective sides to spread the message. Of course, these two areas so close together, and Farmington's still a relatively new school, but you talk about all the youth leagues, these players all very used to each other, accustomed to playing with and against, and sometimes can have a whole bunch of additional storylines playing into a game like this. Been a great battle, really in every sport, Davis and Farmington. As Farmington with another win on the draw, worked in front. That shot just wide. Boy, good look there for the Phoenix. Love the way they really kind of work it by levels to get right in front of the crease there. As this will be Moffitt to start here for Farmington. Russin will play to McCauley. Glorious. That pass disrupted. Kohler broke it up. Farmington still with a chance here to possess it. The cover will give it to the Phoenix. Talk about the relentlessness that we saw early from Farmington in this game and continuing here as we are inside the final minute of this third quarter. That pass, a touch behind Larson, not enough to get out. Haley will be able to recover. Our clock just a touch ahead. We're going to pause ours just to get caught up. We were about 6 seconds off there. Is that pass too tall for Larson? Tracked down by McCauley. Work to Moffitt. Larson. That pass intercepted. Davis could create an opportunity late. Karras on the run. Around the defense, works in front, shot, and that saved by Erickson. Inside 10, Davis has it here. Can they get one more look? 5 seconds left in the quarter. Scoreboard at the back, trying to feed in front. Erickson might have deflected it, and that will complete our third quarter. Farmington had to make a stand late as they'll head to the fourth quarter. 11-4, the lead for the Farmington Phoenix here on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome in. Start of the fourth quarter. 11-4 Farmington. Jumped out to an early lead. Davis had a good push really late in that first half into the second, but Farmington shut the door on that to close out the third. And they are 12 minutes away from a Region 1 championship. As this draw gathered by Carter.
Push on Davis, Farmington ball.
Farmington coming ahead. Right in front of the crease. Dorius couldn't get a shot away. Ground ball coming near side. Dorius able to recover it. Ellie plays up. Here's Larson. Carter. Works over with McCauley. Larson cutting through. Kind of stacked defense here by the Darts. Really trying to play those passing lanes. Larson. Haley trying to work towards the middle. Trio of Davis defenders. Shot going to be difficult given the Davis sticks, and the Darts now coming the other way. Here comes Keely Miller. Miller. A little contact in the call there. Will allow Miller here to start from 8 meters out. Boy, we've seen her make a couple of those long runs that start in the defensive end and end up, I think, this is her second 8-meter opportunity if memory serves correct. Scored in the third quarter, the only Davis goal in this second half coming from Keely as she comes in here, gets in front and in the sphere here. Keely will do this again. Erickson's been good tonight. He's had some impressive saves. Miller straight away. Coming in, the shot, and that was saved by Erickson. Ground ball collected by Farmington as Grandia working here on the clear for Farmington. A push there, she'll continue on. Playing ahead with Moffitt. Moffitt now behind the goal.
Legal check on Davis. Farmington with possess.
Farmington here will start behind the goal. Moffitt. Trying to feed Carter. That pass just a touch too tall. Doria's trying to keep it. Could not. And now Davis gathered by Miller. Keely once again, certainly getting her steps in here tonight. Miller. Continuing on here. Here's Bybee. Bybee, that quick step. That pass deflected down by Carter. Now working ahead. Here's McCauley. Davis racing back defensively. McCauley still with it. That pass intended, I think, for Carter, but the stick kind of got in the way there.
It's a high check. Going to be Davis's ball.
And Davis here will start. 7.5 to go here in regulation. Bybee with speed. Fed over for Chapman. And now we'll get a timeout. Taken by, timeout by Davis. We'll step aside, be back here in our Region 1 title game presented by Heidemann and Associates on KSLSports.com. Davis will start with it. $7:20 to go. Bybee. That one taken away by Larson. Haley showing her speed. How about this? End to end. Larson electing patience. Works with Dorius. And McCauley, that pass just a touch tall for her. Manalga tried to gather that for Davis. Good help by our defense to gather. As we start approaching the midway point of this fourth quarter. Working up. Facer. Pair of goals in the first half. Did not score in the third. Harris.
Got a hold on Farmington. Davis ball.
And Harris here, I think, here at the 8. This will be straight away. Here for Sophie. Works in front, taken away by Erickson. Boy, what a save there by Elle. Sophie's the second leading goal scorer for Davis on the year. She has not scored tonight. That was really probably her best opportunity. And Elle Erickson making the point-blank save
Going to be a cover on
to keep the difference here at 7 as this will go back to the darts. As that clock ticking down. Davis. Not out of the question, but boy, they got to hurry if they're going to find a way to come back in these last 5 minutes. Miller. Oh, work to the middle. There it is. Sophie Karras. We just talked about her scoring here in the fourth. Davis needs a lot more of that. They read a stat here in the stadium as we started this fourth quarter. Farmington in region play has a goal differential favorite of like 130 just in region. We've really seen that displayed here tonight. The strength of the offense, the strength of the defense, and on the draw. This is a complete Farmington group. One that is going to be a load to deal with in the state tournament. As Larson, it's just rinse and repeat on the draw, and Larson just keeps winning it. They'll work back out. Over with Alley. 4.5 to go. McCauley will kick out. Trying to feed Carter in front. Could not cleanly possess a sphere here. Will give it back to the darts.
Davis ball.
Towards far side, Karras. Sophie given over to Coleman. Boy, look at Elle come out to take away that pass to GLE. Her aggressive play continues tonight. That's worked several times as the anchor of this Farmington D. Right. Now Facer. Trying to find a lane through the middle. Esther, the shot in the goal. Esther Facer with the take and finish. Her third of the game. Make it a hat trick for the senior Esther Facer for Davis. And we got a timeout taken here by Farmington. Coach McCauley knows a Still got a little work to do. 3:15 to go, 11-6, Farmington leading Davis. We'll have the conclusion when we come back. Final minutes of this Region 1 championship game. Farmington is led throughout. A couple Davis surges. Scored back-to-back goals the Darts have here in the fourth. But Haley Larson has been quite impressive on the draws, and this is one that she kind of pushes back, but is not able to track down. Davis with a face-off win. Karras back behind the goal. Wanted to feed there to face her. Esther still on it. Boy, look at all the Farmington defense around Esther Facer. Force that away. Karras here lost it through the double. The whistle here will give a now it's going to start. Yeah, 8 meters here.
8-meter attempt.
So Face will be just, excuse me, that is Karras. Be just offset here from 8 meters out. 2.5 to go. Karras coming in. There's a shot and the goal. Boy, I thought Erickson was tracking that one. And maybe some sly movement there from Sophie Karras. Was Davis not quite done? That's 3 unanswered now for the Darts. A face-off win for Farmington. They could take some time off the clock. That'd go a long ways towards helping them secure this region championship, I should say. Guaranteed at least a share coming into tonight. Flies high in the air. And that one gathered by Facer.
The high check. Davis possession.
A goal here would make it interesting. Facer. Gave that to Plummer. Karras. Boy, that pass, that was a great job by Coleman, able to snag that, keep it here. Inside 2 to go. Coleman still on it. Works back at Exped in front, taken away by Erickson. Now working on the clear, up with Carter. And that pass, tough to handle, right back to the Darts. 90 seconds to go. Miller racing ahead. Boy, hard contact there. We'll stop the clock here. 1:26 left. And Farmington going to go player down here for the rest of regulation. Trailing by 4. Miller here from 8 meters out. Davis with a player advantage for the remainder of regulation. Miller coming in. Little patience. Saved by Erickson. 2 big saves here in the final 2 minutes for L. Erickson. As Farmington coming ahead. And a call there. We'll leave it with the Phoenix as we approach the final minute. McCauley with the shot. Manalga with the save. Near side, Davis. Possessed here by Bella Moon. Moon across the middle. She's got help. Bella will play over with Coleman. Taken away by Haley Larson. She has just been possessed with possession tonight, be it off the face-off or generating turnovers like that. Haley Larson has been fantastic for the Phoenix as she's got it here inside the final 20. Farmington just taking the time off the clock here. That pass deflected down, loose ball inside, 10 to go. The countdown on here at Farmington. The shot just wide. The Farmington Phoenix, your Region 1 champions. And likely assured a top 3 seed in the 6A state tournament after they capture the win over their rival, the Davis Darts. Great game tonight for Farmington. You got to appreciate the effort by Elle Erickson. She was strong tonight, including big saves late. We saw a couple of them to help hold off the Davis Surge. But, man, Haley Larson, we talked about how good she was. I have her with 5 goals. But her ability on the draws, even her ability to generate turnovers, she did everything tonight for Farmington. Team effort, Kate Carter was fantastic. The defense stood tall for Farmington. Obviously great in the crease, but Haley Larson, our player of the game, as Farmington, your Region 1 champions, here with the win tonight. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you so much for joining us. A reminder, come join us Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on KSLSports.com as we reveal all the playoff brackets in 6A, 5A, 4A for boys and girls lacrosse. We'll have it all for you live with reaction, team reactions as well. Nowhere better to be on Saturday morning than on KSLSports.com. Farmington defeating Davis 11-7 here in the Region 1 Championship.